Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, if you think for a moment yourself about this moment that you're having, one single moment of inhalation, exhalation is a gift from the entire universe. So, time to time, you have to remind about it. When it comes to resting ourselves in day-to-day life, when you have free time, mostly what we does, one is favorite things is sleeping, and other thing is eating. Or when you have free time, you start to talk with somebody, or maybe you go Facebook or YouTube and start to watch all others information, and maybe start to watch a documentary about whatever the subject you like. So like that, mostly when we have a moment to rest, that the time we spend, out of that we mostly gain unhappiness, unsatisfaction, worry, fear, like that. Deeply we collecting that things. So, and just in the moment you don't see it. As example, when you have free time, you may be sleeping. So out of that, you're not going to gain something good. So you become more lazy, and you just spending few hours from your life in unprofitable way. And eating, and most of things whatever we eat, maybe it is so sweet for the tongue, but it's bitter for our abdominal area. And not only that, that most of whatever intake in day-to-day life make us sick. We all know that. And sometimes whatever the movies we watch, out of that we have the anger regarding some people, or we have the desire, temptation, love, and all the emotions we start to ignite out of that. So like that. And other thing is, sometimes when we start to go to Facebook and start to read about others, and it only that only we feed ignorance out of most news and news feeding, and out of most informations. So it is very rare that we can gain something profitable for us. It is very difficult for us to find something good. Even in day-to-day life, when we have a conversation, mostly out of that conversations, it is very difficult to find a happy ending, because most of things, the doubt, unsatisfaction, uncertainty, so like that things we increase inside us. So, but at the same time, you have to remember you are a gift. So when you are in resting, when you have rest time, free time, remember to reflect on that gift and remind yourself about that gift and know about that gift. So knowing that you are a gift, the moment you have this one inhalation or one exhalation is the gift from inner world and outer world, from both. This both worlds should harmonize, tranquilize. So even when it comes to yoga, that you know that the very word yuj or the yoga, so interconnected body, mind, and this entire the universe within the moment. So that also kind of like a path to unveil the gift. Another thing is that we call the samadhi, tranquility state, or kevalya, or satori. So also the sin. So this everything, it's you get connected to this moment of gift. So we start from the beginning of inside you, from where this gift is start. This moment of one inhalation and one exhalation. Because you have to reflect on that and you have to remember how expensive it is, how valuable it is. It is very rare, the moment that you have. So from where it start, just go to past life. Before you die, in your previous life, if you had any kind of unnecessary thought or the worry, fear, unsatisfaction like that way, you're not going to come to this human world. So, and you jump a very risky moment in your past life. Before you die, in your last thought, it was exactly perfect to come to this human world. Otherwise, you're not going to end up here. Otherwise, you end up somewhere else. This universe is so big, and there are many other opportunities. There are many other facilities. There are many other energies always waiting to pull you towards something. But somehow you escape from all, knowingly or unknowingly. So you have to appreciate that. And at the same time, just imagine when you come to this world, you had the parents. So your mother and father, they should be at the right age. So if they are younger, then they cannot have you. So they should have the right age, and then they should get married and waiting for a child with the compassion. Because otherwise, how are you going to have this moment? Because if the mother not ready for a child, or the father not ready for a child, what will happen? Not only that, it is one thing, they are mentally prepared. And how about their physical condition? And as you know, there are how many fathers, that parents, the waiting, mothers waiting for a child, but physically there is no any positive situation that they can have a child. So how about then your mother should have that all the positive qualities to have a child. And how about your father? Your father also should have all that qualities to have the positive qualities to have a child. Otherwise, you are not here. So somehow then the mother's womb should be available for you, because if any other child already occupied there, you cannot come. But somehow you are able to pass that test also. And even when you come to the mother's womb, when you enter to the mother's womb, then as you know, we all run this sperm race. Millions others keep running. It's like a huge marathon. It's a bigger than Boston Marathon. You know, it's kind of like a bigger than the New York Marathon. So you know, so but you won the race. Otherwise, you are not here. It's very difficult. Why? Because out of millions, how you select this opportunity? How you got this opportunity? Because there are many other energies waiting, and try to pull you out of this opportunity. But you had it. And after that, 9.5 months, 10 months, you are in the mother's womb, helpless. Even that by mistake, if something happened, you cannot make this journey complete. But somehow you able to make it happen very safely. And at the same time, inside your mother's womb, and you had the very perfect eye, you had the very perfect ear, you had the very perfect nose, tongue, body, and mind. See, this anything, no one can, any doctor cannot go there and fix. It should come as a natural process. So you had that everything. Just imagine in case if one single tiny, this one atom, one single nerve start to twist or place in a different place or misplace, going to wrong place, what will happen? Where are you going to end your life? And then after the most dangerous part is when the child deliver to this world. It's a kind of like the war in between death and life. But you made it. That's why you have to appreciate your parents, and you cannot pay them back. You always have to remind the gift that you gave God, because otherwise you're not going to experience this. And if your mother thought this child not going to become a gift for us, and if she decide to wash you, if your father decide they no need you, but they didn't happen. See how dangerous it is, because sometimes look how people become so crazy in the world. Sometimes suddenly something come to their mind, and then they do very crazy things, and sometimes they kill themselves. How about when you are in the mother's womb? If your mother thought himself, forget about you, about her. If your mother thought to die herself, well, maybe with some right reason for her, people do that, but your mother didn't do that. And sometimes fathers, some they do very crazy things. They kill whole family, everywhere you see it. But how about your father? He didn't do that. So you have to think about that. When you have rest time, when you have a free time, this is your gift. Because if you don't think it, you're not going to at least see about it. Then you're not going to understand. With many difficulties, somehow after you deliver to this world, you somehow pass that test also. If something went wrong, maybe you become kind of like a handicap, but it didn't happen to you. So then, first 5 years, you don't know what to do. You don't know how to do. You don't know when to do. But your parents used to take care of you. And somehow, see, in case by mistake, if you touch something wrong, and as you know, if you put your fingers to, these plug points, at that time, maybe, the science, technology, these things not advanced like today, not safety to like today. Or maybe you didn't have this much facilities like today. At that time, mostly, oil lamp or candle light, just the wood fire. So these kind of things. but you didn't make that any mistakes. So you passed that period. And after that, not only that, when you come to this world, there are 100,000 disease waiting for you to catch you. Look, it is invisible demons, but it didn't happen to you. And sometimes, as you know, even just the one cold enough, people people die from it. Children die from it. They have no reason why what happened. One fever, they're not going to come back. It happened, but it didn't happen to you. So then after that, little by little, you start to play. You used to do very crazy things. And how many times you think that you remember you almost dead? How many times? You know that. You have done a lot of crazy things in life, but that anything didn't go wrong. And then sometimes look everywhere, shooting happens and natural disasters happen. And sometimes that even this when you drive on freeways or even the surface road, some crazy driver come and hit you, but it didn't happen to you yet. And we don't know about tomorrow. So somehow you pass this everything and the many disease on the way. Somehow you came through that. And even during this time period, look day by day, how many death we counting still. How many people get, but it didn't happen to you. And somehow you able to come to this moment. That's why you experience this inhalation exhalation. Otherwise, if something happened to you, you're not going to experience this any inhalation exhalation. The very first dangerous thing, the most important thing in your life is your inhalation exhalation. That's why when accident happens, suddenly everybody, it doesn't matter whatever the expensive car that very they go and look, are you breathing? Any incident happen, any natural disaster happen, people get the body out of the all the dirt and look that person breathing. And look, this during this time period, every hospital try to facilitate how to breathe properly. So that one inhalation exhalation, if it is go wrong, you're not experiencing this anything. So that is inner gift that you have, inner gift. So just imagine yourself the moment by moment, and head to toes, this each and every your body parts, organs should work properly to have this inhalation exhalation. Otherwise, that you cannot get this inhalation or exhalation. So it is a gift for you. And then that is inner gift and the outer gift. And as you know, from ancient time, people worship the moon and sun. Why they do that? Because we depending from the breathing. The breathing is the main powerful source for us. From where the breathing comes? It's come from this nature, mainly from trees and the water and the many other energies we need around us, seen, unseen. That everything depend on the sun. And the sun, if the sun is too far away from the earth, we're not going to have this life like this way. If the sun too close to the earth, we're not going to experience this like this way. And the right speed of the earth, and help you to have this inhalation. If the earth start to rotate a little bit fast, you cannot breathing like this. Your breathing, inhalation, exhalation going to become completely changed. Remember, in this entire universal system, if something go wrong, the very first thing get effect related to you is your inhalation, exhalation. Look at the any kind of situation come naturally. It air pollution, and it directly affect to your inhalation, exhalation. So you don't have any power over the sun. It is a gift for you. That's why from the ancient time, you know, and the people had the most of the rituals and practice and puja ceremonies related to the sun. Why? Because they saw that. They saw this connection. It is a gift for you. And each and every other planets at the right place, at the right speed, at the right moment, it turn and keep going around us. So that help for your one inhalation. Look now, so inner gift coming from your last birth, and now you look at the outside world, the trees around you. If something go wrong, and it affect for your inhalation, exhalation, you know, and this world, and how long, how old this earth, and maybe this is the last moment of this system. What will happen to you? The million years old, but still you able to have this gift, this moment. Another thing is this all other planets and the sun and the moon at the right place, at the right speed, and in the right distance. It's giving that every facilities to you to have this inhalation, exhalation. Not only that, think little bit bigger. That, as you know, there are black holes and there are many other energies in the universe. It can destroy entire pattern, not like this sun. Like this 100,000 suns can bring it to suck into darkness. There are a lot of light, that the black holes like that. Just imagine, suddenly in this very next moment, like that black hole come and suck this entire planetary system, what will happen to you? You cannot have a one inhalation or exhalation. You cannot claim it. That is very expensive. And you have no power over any single dust around this outside world. But it happened as a gift for you. So see the entire universe helping for you to have this single moment. And from the history, thousand years to so far, and your parents, and from their background, and seeing unseen people so far in this journey, and this unseen invisible universe from the outside world also helping you to have this moment. Remember, one single moment go wrong, one single thing, any details go wrong, you cannot have this moment. So that is a gift. Then you have to appreciate it. To appreciate it, at least you should know it is a gift. So then, to appreciate and to know it is a gift, you have to see it. So see, you receiving it, but still you're not aware about it. So that's why when you have a moment to rest, the moment to rest is just come to the inhalation, exhalation, 100% experience it with fully awareness. Why? Because when you can, if your husband or wife, leave you, you can find somebody. Or otherwise you can stay alone peacefully. And if your children go away, maybe you can, make another child, or you can adopt any child from somewhere, So even your parents leave you, you know, you can stay alone yourself. Sometimes people, children waiting to go away from them, you know. And the friends and family members, you know, they like to stay away from that. But look, and even you lose your house, maybe you can be homeless, and you lose your car and your, you know, money, then you can gain again it. But how about if you lose your one inhalation? From where are you going to get it? Because once you lose it, you lose the entire connection. Remember that. Once you lose one inhalation, it lose your entire connection from inside to outside. So then remind it yourself and always look this outside world. Have the faith regarding this everything around us. One single moment, if this earth shake and have earthquake, or this ocean start to come like a tsunami, you know, if this universe start to go crazy, who can, you know, who has power to hold it? No one. So then when you have a moment to rest, you have to sleep, you have to eat, you know, you have to talk with other people, you have to watch movies, you have to do this all. But out of that everything, the most important part, before you do that, just take a moment and observe your inhalation, exhalation. Little bit, appreciate it. Just see how the breathing comes to your lungs, how it filled your body, how you feel it. Because in case tomorrow if you get corona, you know, this virus, you're not going to have this kind of mindset, or your entire body system going to go away. It's different. Then you cannot have this natural inhalation exhalation. Why? Because it affect to your breathing system. So experience yourself this gift, remind it. So when you have a moment, remember, when you're resting, if you're able to come to the point to recognize the the gift, that's mean this moment of inhalation exhalation, the sensation of the inhalation exhalation, and you connect it to the gift. So once you connect it to the gift, you experience the power of the gift. The power of the gift is the tranquility state. It never going to make you worry. It never going to take you to situation to say sorry. It never going to take you to have fear, unsatisfaction, anxiety, depression. So like that. It always bring the tranquility state to you. So once you have the tranquility moment, from there you're going to see what is the very nature of this experience. So that moment by moment, moment by moment, what you experience, it's always change. So if you cannot come to the point to recognize this moment, you're not going to see the change. That change happening within you. So once you see the change yourself, once you experience that change, naturally you're not going to clinging to anything. You know, we try to let go things, we try to forget things, but it not work. We know that. Again and again, again and again, it become more bigger, stronger. But the reason is you don't see the exactly right reason to let go it. You get the wrong reason and you try to struggle to forget it. But when you see the change, the happening within the moment, the naturally what is happening, naturally your mind start to release this holding, grasping, harboring, clinging nature. In that very moment, you become free from desires. Why? Because you see the change. So once you become free from the desires, no resistance, nothing go against or nothing come against, then there is no anger. When there is no anger, when there is no hatred, when there is no jealousy, then itself you are in the safe mood. So once you come to that kind of moment in your life, in that very moment of experiencing that, the releasing, that you gain the deeper satisfaction. That satisfaction is pure, clear satisfaction coming through the wisdom, not by depending from any desires or not by depending from something. It clearly comes through the wisdom. So if you gain something out of your own experience, seeing through yourself by your own experience, you can do it. That power inside you. You don't need anything from outside to it. Only thing is you should know that you have this. So once you have it within yourself, that is the right moment that you come to rest yourself. Why? Because out of that rest, out of that moment you spend, you never gain any greed, hatred, or the delusion or the ignorance. You never multiply your greed, hatred, or the delusion. And not only that, you never multiply your desires. Even you're not going to multiply your good karma. Because the good karma also take us to samsara. But when you see the change, in that very moment of change, it doesn't matter good or bad, you releasing from the both. And that is where you come to the complete freedom. So when you come to that complete freedom, that is the real moment to rest. Because out of that rest, you don't going to gain anything and it is not dangerous to you. So otherwise, most of time, when you have, leisure time, when you have free time, when you have to, when you try to enjoy something, look, mostly it end up with unhappy situations. But this Buddha's path, how to enjoy yourself as a practitioner, as a meditation practitioner, as a vipassana practitioner, as a Buddha's follower, or as a yogi yourself, practicing and developing your clarity yourself, resting like this way, at least one single moment, going to gain liberation to you day by day, day by day, day by day, and it becomes stronger. And there is a day come for you to complete this mission, collecting like that moments and collecting that step by step, little by little, to your deeper inner awareness. And when the day you fulfill it, you gain the liberation. But it is start the way you unveiling your gift. So then remember, from the inner journey to outer journey, the both start to look that one inhalation or exhalation means synchronizing this inside world and outside world gift and appreciate it. And at the same time, remember, get the best out of the moment. And that is where you become more profitable person to yourself. So in case if you miss the moment, we don't know who's know from where we're going to gain it again. And out of this all, we have the Buddha's teaching. See, that you complete the inner world, outer world, in the middle come the Dharma. So the Buddha should come to this world and out of eons by eons practicing, and he should complete his journey. And the Dharma, 2600 years, that monks, our ancestors, high priest, This all the enlightened masters sacrifice their life and they protect this dharma for you. And today you are after this 2600 years, you hearing this dharma. There is a day come to world, this dharma cannot find. Even today, there are a lot of people don't know about this. But you are so fortunate to hear that. See, you have the gift from inside, you have the gift from outside, and you have the gift from the dharma. If you able to gain these three things together combined and keep it in one place, there's no way anybody can stop you from gaining liberation. So this is opportunity for you. And when you have a time, when you have a free time, next available moment, just try this little bit and you will see the secret. So with that, I bless upon with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.